about working for this organization if they would have me really huge, and in any capacity that they were interested in. And this is what they have available. It's something, as I said, I've done for years and years and years. And I talked to a couple of people, and it's great. This is good. And went for a long walk, caught a few fish, and said, yeah, let's do it. So, from that standpoint, you just look forward to it. It doesn't matter where. I mean, I'm so happy to be in Rochester. You love working. You know, I've been in so many great places, and here, so this is great. It's Rochester, and I get to experience this place. It's great. I mean, that's another place where this game is allowing me to experience. So, to me, it's more about coming up here and doing as good a job as I can to the twins and people here, and obviously making sure the players do right.
Like, you're not making an excuse for it. I'm sure you're not looking for one. Did you ever look back and think, how the heck does anyone look at that now on that front bus?
Oh, boy. No, and that's a, you know what, I always wonder why people say, why would you ask a question like that? Because people say, he might answer. And no, I mean, that would make it so fast back to Chicago, it was hilarious, actually. But, no.
Well, you want to do it.
No. You know what, no, I never, there's certain things that people will fault me for this, friends close to me, that you keep inside. And you know, somebody, you asked a question about it, somebody asked about helping me and learning. I learned a lot there. Not all good, but I thought we went to work every day with the idea of I thought we tried to weather what was a difficult storm the best we could. You got two choices: woe is me, or learn from it and move on. And it took me, I wasn't able to just learn from it and move on the next year. I mean, it was a tough year. I was pretty damn bitter when I left. And I got to really go back to work and try and do a better job.
You never at least questioned how come nobody ever worked with us.
What?
Like in Chicago and Wrigley, how can they be at day games? Doesn't anybody work here?
Oh, God. No, those were, oh, gosh. How many, there's so many.
That was a long time.
Yeah, one.
Elias,
Elias deal, and there's two great ones in there, and then Ernie just passed, which is tough. Because that's the one thing about, being around there, leaving the rest of, good team and bad team, finishing up for Lou, we had a great finish, and then unfortunately, next year just didn't continue. But Santa, I was telling somebody, Josh or somebody, working around Santa, having him doing interviews, and Billy Williams, Ern, the guy who does the Ern casting thing. It's a great city. I'm biased as heck because I'm born and raised there. I love the place. Hopefully they can get it figured out. I owe Jim Henry a great debt of gratitude. Heck of a fact. I feel bad on my end for that for long. But a better job in the world right here. Just wishing to come.
what does Ernie do to the city?
Oh, man. All those things, it's probably true in Philly and New York, but when you go up in a place and when the tradition isn't Derek Jeter winning 5 times, when it's not, pick your guy, when it's been a struggle, and the people of Chicago still hold, okay, these guys, Willie, Ryan, Ernie, Fergie, and Becker, Kessinger, a lot of guys whose names aren't in the Hall of Fame. Okay, but people, it's a different breed of people that still remember and hope for these people and have it, have a place in their heart. I didn't get to know Ronnie that well, but I got half a dozen great stories about him, and I was privileged after his funeral to tell one of them in front of a lot of people and have a good time. And here I am, guy. I wasn't around like Billy and like Lou was, guys from that generation. So it's a special. When you've got players like that that are still around, and like Billy, they're in the clubhouse. It's not like they're just around, but leave it out in the suburbs, no, they're around. And they still take interest and the Cub organization keeps it involved. That's all.
What about the things you heard coming into this organization, about this organization?
Well, it has a fabulous reputation throughout the industry. And I've felt that for years, way before I came to work for them. Actually, over the years, probably talked to Terry once or twice with the possibility of a job opening and looking for work. And it never worked out, and now it did. But the one thing that I think I understand, and I've been, working with the Yankees last year was great. But I spent time with Oakland. I spent time with Montreal. I've watched Minnesota. I've watched Miami. And that different small market deal sometimes puts requirements on you. I mean, the Twins were always fundamentally sound, disciplined, and so on and so forth. Well, that comes from the top and works its way down, to my way of thinking. But you better. Sometimes a larger market, you make some mistakes, you can fix those. From a roster standpoint, there's some things you can do. Well, it's not necessarily the case in some of the cities and some of the towns that I'm fortunate to do. You need, the young talent in Oakland. Moneyball great. Okay, how about Hudson Montezito, Tejada, Chavez, Ramon Hernandez? There's 6 core guys from that organization. Obviously, and Minnesota beat us in Game 5. You throw me nuts. And so and when you get in those situations, in these type of places, to me it's wonderful because I think everybody gets it, and we better get it done from within. And then there's also a special feeling when you do. If you go out and buy 6 big league roster guys, because you can, great, go ahead at it. Whatever, that's awesome. But right here, you better get it done with it. And so everybody's pulling for everybody. We need the guy. They need me to do my job. We need the guy in rookie ball and A-ball to do his job. We need the scout out in Minnesota to do his job. Whatever the case may be. And there's no fixing stuff as quick, I don't think, as there is in March.
That maybe you guys, those like the smaller Minnesota organization, a little hungrier, knowing that they're not going out to buy somebody to fill my spot.
Well, again, I'll let you know. But I know in Oakland, I know it did everywhere else out there. Okay, especially in Oakland and Montreal, and fortunately, we had a lot of good young players in both those organizations, and thus had success. When the Twins have had success in the past, they've come from within. Not completely rhetorical, but a little bit, okay? Because I think the answer is yes, unequivocal. And most of the clubs that are in those situations, that's the case. So, there's great pride in the Yankee minor league system that I saw last year. Everybody's got pride in what they do, but there just aren't any house. And in a smaller market, you obviously have to get it done.
Mike, you mentioned the Twins organization. In terms of Rochester, I mean, Rochester has a very rich history of baseball. The fans are passionate, they're knowledgeable. Did any of that enter into your decision and desire to come here?
Well, I think, to be honest with you, having been familiar with the league, and it started with the Twins, working for the Twins. That's where it started with me. Because when I do know of Terry and when I know of the organization, was huge. Then you come to the managing part. Well, my phone's not ringing off the hook. Okay, so where is there an opportunity to manage? Okay, this was the one managing opportunity that I had at the point when I was talking to Brad and Terry. They were interested. I was interested. I don't think there's a city east of the Mississippi. The PCL is a tough son of a gun. Okay, this league interests me, and I got to roam in it last year. I got to watch them out. I saw Gino when your club came in, and I'm familiar with it. Absolutely, let's go to Rochester.